to the 5th of January. I'm out in the garden room and it's a bit cold, but anyway, because it's a shitty day, it's raining again. Another day of rain. Anyone who's been watching the news about Marbella and Fuengirola, etc., you would have seen lots of flooding on the streets. There's a good reason for it. It rains like Billio, but there's no drainage because under normal circumstances they don't need it because it dries up so quick. So basically the rain comes, floods the streets, pours into the dry riverbeds, and by the next day when the sun's out again, it's all gone. So actually having a great drainage system is not on the priority list. So anyway, it's one of those days. It's not very nice. It's a bit cold, a bit grey, a bit gloomy, but it is the 5th of January. So as I said yesterday, on the 5th of January, that's normally the day when they do the parades for the children with the sweets, etc. But because of the weather, they've had to move it, so they moved them a few days earlier to make sure that they got those in, which was good. But now we have the Christmas cake, a traditional Christmas cake. It's called a Roscon de Reyes, the King's cake. Roscon or Rosca, it's a kind of ring doughed cake, like a brioche, really. And they come in all different sizes, not all shapes. They're always a ring. And basically, they come with like candied fruit on top, sugar paste, some nuts, etc. So this one that I've got here, let's get it out. It's still in its bag. This has got the candied fruit, it's got the sugar, and it's got some almonds sprinkled around it. But lots of them actually come with like a cream filling in between. But because it's Monday, and because you always start your diet on a Monday, don't you? Start Monday. Start Monday. I'm not going to have cream, and I'm not going to have much of this either, which is why I bought a reduced one, because I thought if it's reduced, I don't mind giving it away or parting with it rather than having to eat it. Because if you pay full price for it, anything like that, you think, no, I've got to eat it. I can't waste food or gift it. So because I'm starting my diet today, serious again, I'm only gonna have a little piece of this, and I've only really got it so that I could show you guys. Really, that's the main reason. So what happens is inside here, in one of the pieces, when you cut this, there's a couple of things. There's a little doll thing that represents like the baby Jesus, and whoever gets that gets to wear the crown that also comes in the box, like a Christmas hat, like a crown thing. So basically, if you win, you get to put on the crown, and you're the king for the day. But also, there's a little bean in there, a fava bean, in Spanish would be fava bean. If you get the bean, you're done for. You've got to pay for the Roscon next year. So, if you've got a young family, they'll all remember. If you mix with elderly people, no one will have a clue who got the bean last year, but that's all right. So anyway, the Roscon. Let's open it and we'll have a look at it, shall we? As I say, get that out of there, and then I'll show you. Then we'll cut it open, shall we? And we'll have a little taste. Well, I'll taste on your behalf. Okay. So I'm going to try and change the camera around now, and then we can have a look at this Roscon. 1 minute. Okay, so here it is. Here's the Roscon in all its glory. It's got its candied fruit, and it's got the sugar. It's got almonds. So that is it. Now what we're going to do, we're going to cut it, and I'm hoping that on the first kind of time I'm going to find one of the objects, but I don't think I am. I'm not going to be that lucky. So what I'll do is I'll have a dig around later, and I'll try and find them, and then I'll show you what's actually inside it. But yeah, it's a kind of a doughy brioche. It's very traditional. Lots of them though, as I say, now come with cream in. I've got no idea how many calories are in this, but I will be talking about weight loss and my journey. I hate that word really, but my journey once we really get underway. But here we go, here's the Roscon, so let's have a taste. Well, here it is. The Roscon de Reyes. It's very nice. I quite like the sugar on top. I'm not a very sweet kind of person. I don't have sugar in tea or coffee or anything like that, but it's quite nice. So, sticky vine. And you can't believe it, but in that very first piece that I cut out, and I didn't fiddle it, honestly, I promise, out came this little, that I told you about. Oh. It's like a little shepherd. So that means that I've got the little doll, so I get to wear the crown for the day. And unless I get the bean later, if I get the bean later, if I can find it, I'll show you a picture of the bean. But that's the object. Oh. And I don't know why it's shaped like that. It could be because if you accidentally ate it, it will just work its way out and you'll catch up with it again tomorrow. But anyway, there it is. A wee shepherd. There we go. So I'll see you. Yeah, so although it's kind of like the middle of January, well, early January now, it's still Christmas here. So not only is it Happy Christmas, but it's also Happy New Year. So Feliz Navidad y Feliz Año. And I'll catch up with you later. Bye for now. Or if I don't, I'll see you tomorrow.